breaking news, Joe Burrow has been informed by the Cincinnati Bengals that he will be their selection at number 1. So all the chitter chatter about a potential trade by the Miami Dolphins, who own 3 number 1 picks, 2 number 2 picks. They have a lot of draft capital. They could potentially move. They will not be doing that. Mr. Brown says we don't trade ever, and we're not trading now. We earned this number 1 pick, and we're going to take the face of our franchise, Joe Burrow, at number 1.
Smart,
Very smart.
Just smart.
There's still
Good
time.
to see the Bengals do the right thing.
This is, isn't it? Now, there's a lot of conversation on if you could take 3 number 1s, would you trade out of there? And there's this thing called a trade draft, what's it called? Card.
The draft chart.
The draft card chart, whatever the hell it is. And it is something that Jimmy Johnson created. And it's this point system for how much each pick is worth. Now, I don't know if that changes with who the players are in the draft or if it's just standard. Yeah. Basically, the number 1 pick is worth 3,000 points, and then it goes down from there. And that's how teams can equate and add up the picks and how many points they're total. To be honest, the Miami Dolphins, if you go by that draft trade card, could have traded their bottom 2 number 1 picks and then their second number 2 pick and would have been able to have enough points to get to the number 1 pick and still had the 5 pick, the number 1 pick, and then the first pick of their second draft. Brian Flores and the Miami Dolphins down there have set themselves up to be in a very prime position. Will they use any of that tomorrow? It's being said that the Lions, Redskins, Giants, Cardinals, and Niners are all looking to move down from their current positions. It's been said that the Packers are looking to move up. The Miami Dolphins are allegedly looking to move. The Patriots are allegedly looking to move. It seems like there's going to be a lot. Broncos are potentially looking to move. Falcons are looking to move. I guess there's a lot of teams that are looking to move up, and in return, there's a lot of teams that are looking to move down. I think tomorrow night is going to be electric, and we will be covering it right here, youtube.com/The Pat McAfee Show, McAfee and Hawk, Sports Talk, Primetime Draft Super Special. Guests include Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Palmer, and anybody else we can figure out and find that can join us. We will be wearing suits because the occasion calls for it. I do believe Mel Kiper and Lou Holtz will be stopping by as well.
Mm-hmm. While you were talking about all that, I got goosebumps again for the first time since football season has happened. Like that's
for the draft?
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a lot that's going to go on tomorrow. So sorry to interrupt. If you're a man watching this, you deserve to have long, great. And you can do that now with our friends at Roman. Right now, you go to GetRoman.com. You get $10 off and free 2-day shipping on Roman swipes, which are guaranteed to make you have longer, more fulfilling every time you get in the sack. Now, let's get back to the fornicating action. Joe Burrow's going number 1. The Washington Redskins are allegedly listening to offers for that number 2 pick. So if somebody wants to move up there and potentially get a once-in-a-generation type talent, which is what a lot of people are saying about Chase Young at defensive end, go and get him. Then the Lions are saying, we want our deal done by 3 p.m. on Thursday. If you want to come to number 3, come and get it. Giants are like, yeah, we could definitely take Isaiah Simmons or Okudah, but if you want this number 4 pick, come and get it. And the Dolphins are sitting there at 5, 16, 28, 36, something else, and they're just like, we can do whatever the hell we want and we know it. And the only thing they can't do, now that we found out, is go up and get Joe Burrow because the Cincinnati Bengals have made it official by texting him and telling him that is the case.
But does that mean that they definitively are taking? Like, could they
no,
still?
The Cowboys told me the day before the draft that I was going to be their kicker.
Right.
Then 2 days later, they drafted a guy named David Bueller that I'd never heard of. The only thing I knew that he could do is run good and bench good at the combine. Turns out he played 36 games. I played for 8 years. I won that whole thing. But there's a lot of lies that happened. There are a lot of lies that happened before the draft. But I'm not 100% certain you do that with the number 1 overall pick, the kid that you're hoping will lead your franchise.
So this is a smokescreen.
No, this one feels like it's right.
I see right through it.
I don't think Paul Brown or Mike Brown or whichever Brown is in charge over there does any smoke screens.
No.
I think he is very standard. This is what we do. We play old school football with old school techniques, with old school food, no indoor facility, and we are not trading with anybody for anything. And we're drafting Joe Burrow, the kid from Athens, to be our Cincinnati quarterback, which is what Carson Palmer, by the way, told us yesterday, that Joe Burrow grew up being a Bengals fan. So getting a chance to play for them is going to make him happy. Carson Palmer said he would never in a million years tell somebody not to go where they are drafted.
Good guy.
The narrative was getting spun, though.